Hello there. It's a quiet story across Europe, certainly not the weather-grabbing headlines of this time last week when we were talking about that extreme heat. But there are some showers around and some of those are spilling out of Africa, and you can see that on the satellite picture. So those showers could be quite intense at times. That said, there's still a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. You can see the rain potentially threatening up through Gibraltar, a few scattered showers through the French Riviera and into Italy, one or two moving their way through Turkey as well. But generally speaking, it's good sunshine, temperatures into the high teens across the Greek Isles, through the Balkans. Some sunny spells into central France, some sunny spells into Portugal and western Spain as well. Now, it's a little cooler than it was a few days ago and quite cloudy across the UK and also into Scandinavia. And it's going to get colder still across Scandinavia and into eastern parts of Europe, where we've seen that warmth just recently. So on Sunday, not that much in the way of change, still the risk of some showers through the Mediterranean and a little more cloud than of late. But the city forecast, well, that is showing the potential for some showers returning to the UK and to France, perhaps into next week. Also the risk of some showers continuing through Madrid and Rome. But look at the temperatures in Moscow getting noticeably colder into next week. Hello there. Here's the forecast for Africa. 2 points of interest at the moment. Got an area of low pressure across North Africa, and that's going to produce some sharp showers, potential for some localised flash flooding here. At the same time, we've got a storm system that's moving away from Madagascar, but a trail of sharp showers in its wake across the north of the island into Mozambique, parts of Zambia and southern parts of Tanzania as well, seeing some pretty intense rainfall. As for Morocco, well, those sharp showers could lead to some localised flash flooding over the next couple of days. Let's take a look at the city forecast. Many cities fine and dry. Could be some rain arriving into Cape Town by the middle of next week. The showers continue to be a threat through Madagascar through the weekend, but as you can see, it's an improving story next week with plenty of sunshine returning. Now, something to talk about across the Middle East as well. A significant drop in temperatures close to Dubai and United Arab Emirates because of a strengthening shamal. So a good deal of dry weather in the forecast, but temperatures in Abu Dhabi down a good 10 degrees on where they were a couple of days ago because of the strength of that wind. So you can see it quite clearly, and that's obviously bringing the risk of some lifted dust as well. So the story for the next 5 days in terms of the cities, largely fine, settled and sunny. That's it. Take care. Hello there. Let's take a look at the weather forecast then for South Asia. If we start off with a satellite picture, it's really telling the story quite nicely. There is not a great deal of weather action to talk about at the moment. Yes, some showers pushing into Sri Lanka and some sharper showers across the far north. But generally speaking, it's a fine, quiet story. In fact, temperatures through Pakistan and into northwest India are above the average for the time of year. In some cases, at least 6 to 8 degrees above where they should be. So that's going to be the story through Saturday, and not much change as we move into Sunday. I'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's move into Central Asia, where there is something to talk about. There are some showers and they are pretty intense, moving their way, as you can see quite clearly, from west to east. There'll be some snow as well, with any elevation stretching through parts of Uzbekistan down into Afghanistan. Now back to India and that fine settled story. There are the sharper showers. We've had quite a quiet spell just recently in Sri Lanka, but there are more intense showers here. Then we're looking up into northeastern states to where we could see some heavier showers too. But the city forecast shows little in the way of change. Those showers continue into Sri Lanka. Elsewhere, dry, settled, sunny and pretty warm. But it does look as though the rain will ease into Tashkent and then turn showery into next week. Hello there. Forecast for Australia and New Zealand coming up shortly. But first of all, if we start off with a satellite picture in Asia, it's picking up the shower cloud across Indonesia and Malaysia. These sharper showers just recently across southern Indonesia. That's brought some localised flooding. Now, further north, it's a quieter story through Thailand and Vietnam, but there's an area of high pressure and there's a frontal system across southern China producing some heavy rain. The high to the north of that, a cloudy high, but largely dry across Japan, Korean Peninsula and northern China. Good deal of dry, sunny weather, as I said, across Vietnam and into Thailand. There's our showers through Indonesia and Malaysia. So it looks likely that the city forecast will stay dry, but look at the temperatures in Beijing, set to climb significantly next week. Now let's move to Australia, where things are largely fine and quiet. There's a good deal of dry weather in the forecast. A few scattered showers across the Northern Territory, but really most of the action is in the Coral Sea. There is a storm system here. Now this is Storm Niran, and it's expected to just brush to the south of New Caledonia towards Vanuatu into the weekend. A lot of heavy rain, rough seas, damaging gusts of winds associated with that storm. It stays pretty unsettled as well through New Zealand this weekend. Wet and windy at times, but temperatures into the low 20s. The rain will ease in Wellington. A drier story as we head into next week. Hello there. A couple of weather fronts moving their way across North America as we speak, and that's going to bring some wet and windy weather into the Pacific Northwest. We've also got a front that's moving its way through Texas, bringing some showery outbreaks of rain, and that is allowing a southerly flow to bring above average temperatures across the Rockies and the Canadian prairies. By contrast, a colder plunge of air across eastern Canada and down into the eastern seaboard. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's take a look, though, at the bigger picture. You can see a good deal of fine, dry weather in the forecast across much of North America. The Pacific Northwest will bring some snow as that front moves in across parts of British Columbia. Rain, obviously, close to the coast there of Vancouver and then down into Oregon. Should be fine and dry, though, across parts of California, particularly central and southern California. So this is the story then over the next couple of days. Through the weekend, it looks largely fine and dry through California, but we'll have further showers to the north. Now, across the eastern seaboard, as I say, is that cold air. You can see where the wind direction is coming. That's going to make it feel quite raw, quite cloudy as well across eastern Canada. Sunshine through New York and Washington. Pick up a little bit of fair weather cloud into Nashville, Tennessee. There's that weather front behind me that's drifting its way steadily east, and some of that rain could be heavy at times. So this is the city forecast for the next few days. Temperatures on the up.